I need to use your bathroom.
No way! You're not getting in my room!
Please, I'm not gonna shit my pants in a hallway over here, okay? As soon as I grab my phone, it rings, but cuts out immediately after the first ring. Huh? That's weird. I glance at my missed calls. It was Kaori. I bet she's going to ask me about Dashu's event. I call her back, but she doesn't pick up. I shoot her a text. What's up? Then I go downstairs into the kitchen. Huh. That's a bit weird. Usually when someone calls you and then immediately pick up, or like hang up, it's just sort of to get your attention, right? Or sort of, for some people, I remember with some people it was actually sort of like a message, because obviously when you pick up, it costs them money, or it costs them minutes nowadays, you know. It used to be a long time before you had all these minutes with your contract and your phone company and all that bullshit, you know. Before you just used to go like prepaid and all that shit. Like, it would cost you money if the other person picked up, so like as a way of sort of letting the other person know that you should call them, is to let it ring a couple of times and then just hang up. And like, oh, I gotta call that person back. This is sort of to get their attention. But the fact that she didn't answer when we called her, makes me a little bit wonder what's up. It's a bit weird. Especially she called us like 30 seconds before we called her. So why would she suddenly not answer? Nobody's home again? It's like I live alone. Opening the fridge, I spot a covered plate left for me. I unwrap the foil to find oyakodon. Ooh, not a traditional breakfast, but delicious nonetheless. Nikki must have been practicing her recipes. As I dig in, I glance at my phone. Still no response from Kaori. Still not? I'm starting to get a little concerned. She wouldn't call if she didn't have a good reason. So why isn't she responding? This isn't like her at all. I think something is bothering her. My heart drops as my mind wanders to the worst possible scenario. That's one of those things, you know. Sometimes you just immediately start to think of the worst possible scenario, like, oh shit, what if she's dead? She must be hurt, or tried to call for help. Is she unconscious? There's no other reason she'd be acting this way. Well, there are a lot of other reasons, but it's definitely a possibility. As the theories race in my mind, I take a deep breath to clear my head. I'm overreacting. It's probably nothing. But what if it is something? Still, she'd most likely be at her dorm right now, and campus is not that far away. I could double check to make sure everything is okay. Make sure Kaori is okay. Yeah, sure, let's check it out. I need to do a few things on campus, so I'll just stop by while I'm there. No big deal, right? I grab my keys and head to Ace. After a short drive, I arrive at the academy. I recall the building Kaori led me to when she was not quite feeling herself, aka drunk. I follow a group of girls into the building, and I'm about to join them at the elevator when a voice stops me.
Excuse me, may I help you?
I'm here to see a friend. It's the front desk agent for the dorm. This is an all-girls dorm, so it makes sense that I'd get stopped. Damn it, I'm here to check up on my teammate, which is Kaori's room. None of your business, lady! Well, highlighted of course. Hi. I'm on gear team Ace 204911. I'm here to meet my teammate.
Of course, I just need to see your student ID.
I provide the proper identification.
Thanks, just one moment.
One moment, please. And then you're put on hold. I fidget as her fingers dance across the keyboard. Can't she type faster? Come on, it's 2049. I almost said 2016. 2049. People must be able to, you know, type at like lightning speed right now.
Mrs. Tommy hasn't acknowledged the buzzer.
That's all the more reason for me to check up on her. Her phone died. We were chatting earlier.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. You're all set then.
Okay, you're welcome. I mean, I'm actually kind of... She's really gullible if she actually believes that. Not saying that are we actually lying? I'm actually not sure, but... I mean, We didn't directly talk. She called, we called her. It was like we were trying to communicate with each other. We just never really talked directly with each other, you know? But still, like, a creepy guy could actually just come in here and say the same thing. Like, oh yeah, I talked with her earlier. She said that it's okay for me to go in. And then she's like, alright, you go in. I mean, there's actually not much she can do, to be honest, because I guess she could ask, like, oh, can I see the conversation? But that's kind of an invasion of privacy in some sense, perhaps. So you have all the right to say, no, you can't. But that makes you look even more suspicious, blah, 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 blah. Either way, I don't know. I feel like this is too easy. She has me a visitor's pass.
Just swipe this on the elevator door and it'll guide you to your floor. Room number 45.
But the thing is, at least we had to identify ourselves, so, you know, if anything bad does happen, they know exactly who it is. It's still pretty good. Maybe in my mind, I just thought it would be much harder for a guy to somehow, you know, get into this old girl's dorm room, but apparently, you know, it's all set up pretty nicely. Thanks. That was easy. I make my way to the elevators and swipe to activate them. Following the instructions, I easily find room number 45 and knock on the door. Kaori, please, are you there? I'm starting to get a little bit worried, like more worried than before. No answer. The door flies open. Whoa!
You!
What do you mean me? Kaori blinks at me in surprise.
What are you doing here?
What? I was worried about you. They call me Stalker-kun. Your security here is rubbish. Kind of. A little bit. But let's focus on her, okay? Fuck the security here. You called me. You didn't leave a message. And you didn't reply when I texted and called you back. I thought something might be up.
Like what?
I don't know. You lying dead on the floor because someone broke in here? Like, something happened.
I don't follow?
Come on, something! You gotta understand, okay? My face turns red. Does she seriously have no idea? This could be very awkward to explain. See, this is what I mean. Like, our mind thought of the worst possible scenario, while in reality, actually, like, almost nothing happened. But I don't necessarily blame us for thinking that way and thinking of the worst possible scenario, because we don't know exactly what Kaori's been up to, right? And just thinking of the scenario, like, oh, she called us, we called her back, she didn't answer, we texted her, she didn't answer. Like, yeah, it is worst possible scenario for a reason, but still, just from all the clues, it's definitely a possibility, you know? And the more you care about the person, the more you start to worry about the worst case scenario.
Never mind. I don't want to know what you're thinking.
Yeah, you're better off not knowing. Her face is red too. I think she finally got it. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, why didn't you respond to any of my calls or messages? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you sure? As she replies, I take up my phone and call her number. I hear it ring faintly somewhere in her room. Your phone seems to be working fine. So you were ignoring us?
Why wouldn't it be?
'Cause you didn't... Oh my god! Well, you called me first. Then you ignored any of my attempts to call you back? Why would you ignore me unless your phone wasn't working?
You think too much into things.
I don't understand. I really don't understand. Why did you call me? I think I deserve to know, especially after I came all this way. Maybe this is part of her plan for her to get us here, but she's in typical tsundere fashion trying to deny it as much as possible.
I didn't ask you to come over here.
But it's still part of your plan. That's why it's a plan, because you didn't have to ask, but we're still here. I'm about to retort when my stomach gurgles.
What was that?
Just my stomach. I'm hungry, not the other thing, okay? Uh-oh. That would be my breakfast not agreeing with me! Oh shit, it actually is the other thing. I need to use your bathroom.
No way! You're not getting in my room!
Please, I'm not gonna shit my pants in a hallway over here, okay? She tries to close the door on me, but I stop her with a foot. Seriously, this is an emergency. Trust me, I won't be able to make it home in time.
That's not my problem!
Well, it will be if it's gonna be in front of your door.
Kaori, what is it this time?
I turn towards the voice behind me. A girl wearing shorts and a tank top stands in the hallway, her hands on her hips. She freezes when she sees me, and her mouth drops open in horror. This isn't good. I'm sure all she's seeing is a strange man trying to force his way into Kaori's room. This isn't what it looks like.
Calling security!
Oh, come on, what the fuck is your crap security gonna do about this? Kaori lets go of the door, and I crash onto the floor.
Wait, Himeki! It's okay! He's one of my piloting teammates.
Okay, now that I'm inside, where's your bathroom?
Really?
Himeki glares at me.
He looks like a pervert to me.
Wow, thanks, lady. Thanks for that. What? This is quite a modern style. I rub my head as I slowly get back up.
It's okay. He's just picking something up.
More like dropping something off, but yeah, kind of. I swear to God, I did not know that that was going to be the next sentence. More like dropping something off, indeed.
If you say so. But I'll be here in case he tries something.
Alright, don't worry, don't worry. I may look like a pervert, but I am not one when people expect me to be one. Kaori smiles.
Thanks, but he wouldn't dare.
Oh, are you sure about that? Himeki glares at me one more time before she goes back into her room. Kaori returns to her room and closes the door behind us. Clearly irritated by what happened, she quickly points towards the bathroom.
Congratulations! You
Yes.
made it in. Now do your thing and leave. I'm not talking to you.
Alright, well, you better put on some loud music. Thanks. Okay, thanks, I'll line up. Go do your business. I don't know what the hell she was doing in the first place, but I do want to find out. Cause we're here for a reason, right? There better be a good reason why we're actually here. I was hoping to have a stimulating conversation about quantum physics from the bathroom, but I guess I can flush that thought down the toilet.
I thought you really had to go.
I do. I rush into the bathroom. Kaori has even less of a sense of humor today than usual. I shut the door behind me and get comfortable on the porcelain throne. Her bathroom is pristine clean. Her items on the sink are neatly lined up, and there are no stray items that shouldn't be there. Oh, is she a neat freak? Or does she have PTSD? Not PTSD. God, what the fuck? Not PTSD. Obviously, she doesn't have post-traumatic stress disorder. What's the other thing called? OCD, that's the one. Alright, time to get out of here. I reach for the toilet paper and pull off the last sheet. Oh no, are you kidding me? Please tell me you have toilet paper elsewhere. She must have some in the cabinet. I open it up and can't find any extra rolls. The rest of the drawers yield the same result. Isn't this a Japanese toilet? Can't we just use the bidet? Kaori? No answer. Kaori! Still no answer. Is she seriously doing this right now? I am in desperate need of some paper, girl. I need TP? Fine, I'll just use something else. Oh shit. No, we shouldn't do that. Oh my god, this is gonna be so embarrassing to say it out loud, but fuck it. You know, sometimes you just have to be blunt about this. Otherwise, they're just not gonna get it sometimes. You don't have any more toilet paper.
Check the cabinet under the sink.
I did. You don't think that's the first plate I checked, given my predicament?
Ugh, give me a minute.
Why is she so moody? It's not my fault she has no toilet paper. Kaori opens, what I assume is a closet door, and a few seconds later, knocks on the bathroom door. I open the door just a crack, and Kaori thrusts her hand in. I grab the coveted roll of toilet paper, and she disappears. Oh, I'm saved! After washing my hands, which is desperately needed, I exit the bathroom. Kaori sits on her bed, her phone in hand. Alright, girl. Thanks. She shrugs, her eyes glued to her phone.
Sure.
What is up? Like, if her eyes are glued to the phone, that means she saw our incoming call, that means she saw our text, and actively decided to just, yeah, I'm not gonna respond to that, to ignore it. What? So, that's it then?
Huh?
You won't tell me why you called?
It's nothing.
Maybe something was actually up, during a moment of weakness, she decided to call us, and then she came to her senses, or just, to her usual self, and thought like, no, and then she just regretted the fact that she called us, so now she's like, oh, it never even happened. I sigh. Alright. I can tell I'm clearly not needed here. Sorry to bother you. My hand is on the door when Kaori stops me.
Wait.
Huh? I pause. She puts down her phone.
Can I ask you something?
Sure. She goes quiet and stares at her lap. Did she change her mind?
I'd been looking at different exchange programs and postgraduate opportunities in North America. More specifically, in the States.
What? I mean, postgraduate, that's after she graduates, right? I mean, post means after graduation, so yeah.
I was just curious about how things are over there.
Oh.
Maybe it'd be worth exploring those options?
Interesting. New adventures, Japan is better for the gear industry. It's all the same, globalization is too prevalent. I think she has a different question in mind. Is this really the case? I mean, the thing is, it's understandable if she were to ask us about this, considering we are from the States, from America, so yeah. It could be that she has a different question in mind, and she's just asking us, to sort of, oh yeah, that's the thing I wanted to ask, to make it look like, oh, this is the thing, but in reality, that's not the thing. But the more important part of this question, right, is that could mean that Kaori is leaving Japan to go to America. Even though we kind of did the reverse, right? We came from America to here. And I'm pretty sure we're planning to stay here, because the whole reason we came is because our parents died. So, I mean, maybe we could have other plans once we graduate as well. But, I don't know. I mean, we were not even in a relationship with her, so we shouldn't even base any decisions whatsoever. Like, I want her to stay. Like, that's just such a kind of selfish decision, especially if it's her choice alone. It has nothing to do with me whatsoever, other than the fact that I might kind of like her, So, I feel like, yeah, if you want to go to the States, girl, you should explore the options. Sure, go ahead, new adventures. I'd recommend it. Change is always a bit daunting in the beginning, but you end up meeting some amazing people and having invaluable experiences. Kaori nods.
I see.
I mean, it certainly happened to me, wink wink.
Thanks for your input.
No problem. Was that everything?
Yeah. Sorry. That's why I called earlier. But it seemed like such a trivial thing that I didn't really want to bother you with it.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. I can get that. I mean, we ourselves overreacted very much as well, but still. It's just, I feel like if it was such a trivial thing, she could have just messaged us back, like, or just went answer the phone, like, oh yeah, it was nothing, sorry. I already figured it out, or I already solved it, something like that. But the fact that she, seemed to have ignored it, or to just not answer our call or our message, is the reason that made us so worried to the point where we actually decided to head over in the first place, right? But that probably has something to do with our feelings for her. This isn't trivial at all. Besides, if there's something on your mind, I'm happy to listen. That's the whole point of being friends.
Okay.
So don't be afraid to ask me anything in the middle of the night if you just want to know, why are apples green and not purple? Sure, let's talk about it. She looks thoughtfully at me, processing what I just said. Is there something else you wanted to ask me? Her cheeks turn red, and she quickly looks away. Oh, there is. So this was all just... Maybe this was like a test question, She asked that question to sort of see what our response to it would be. And if we give the good response, then she's like, okay, maybe I can ask him the actual question that I wanted to ask in the beginning. Ah, now I get it. The first one was a test question.
Why would you think that?
'Cause you're blushing and looking away? Because I know you, Kaori. She looks at me with surprise. Then she sighs.
Actually, there is something else.
What is it? She stands up from the bed and walks up to me. A lot closer than I was expecting. The heat flows into my face as she stares straight into my eyes.
After the match, when you...
Hugged you? She looks away, unsure about her words. That's true, we didn't actually talk about it at all yet, you know? A couple of days have passed, I think, or at least 1 or 2, but this is one of those moments where even if you're not a couple, at some point you kind of have to address and talk about it, like, okay, what was that? Why did it happen? Did you like that it happened? Stuff like that, you know?
You know.
Mm-hmm. That's how I feel about you, I know what. I mean, there's no going back now, for sure. Not that I want to go back. Yeah, I know. Her face is as bright as her hair. She struggles to speak, glancing at everything except me. Aww.
Anime!
Anime? What? Oh, you want to watch anime together? What?
I mean, the new season of Ninja
Anime
Ranger
and
is
chill?
out. So, if you want, we can watch it. I mean, if you're not busy. Actually, you're probably busy. Forget I mentioned anything.
Kaori, shh. Sounds like Netflix and chill. Anime and chill? Fuck yeah. Sure. Wait, I really should pick this one. I grin at her. Are you asking me to Netflix and chill?
No, the episodes are downloaded.
Damn it. Right. Of course, that's right. Torrent and chill. I sigh. Too bad.
Let me just load it up. You can sit here.
She points to the bed. Ooh. My eyes grow wide. Is she suggesting what I think? Maybe, but actually I'm just looking around the room and there's literally no other place to sit unless that lonely chair which is used at her desk for her PC, which is not really something. Yeah, okay, you go sit on the desk over there, you go sit all the way over there, I'll just use the bed for myself. Really? Her expression matches my own when she realizes what she's implied.
It becomes a couch. The dorm is small.
True to her words, she pulls at a handle, and half of the bed folds up into a backrest. I take a seat as she fiddles around on her computer and sets up the connection to her TV. She starts the first episode, then hesitates before sitting next to me. Oh, come on, sit next to me, Kaori. We watch the show in silence, but as I sneak discreet glances at her, I catch her sneaking glances at me too. She's actually so cute. Time to do the sneaky arm around the chair. I mean, that's an oldie but a goodie, you know? That's a classic move. Probably your grandfather taught that to your dad, who then taught it to you, or you saw it in a movie somewhere. Be confident and direct. I'm imagining things, just focus on the show. No. We can read that red face of hers, okay? So, you know what? Even in 2049, this is still a solid move, okay? Doesn't matter what time of the year it is. Even 200 years from now, when all of us will not be alive anymore, I think, unless we turn into robots somehow. But, you know, even 200 years from now, people will still be using that move, I'm telling you. They may not even exist any more chairs anymore at that time. But even then, the sneaky arm around, just like yawning, like, oh, and then you put the arm around her. That is still a classic move. It'll still exist. So it's still relevant today. I yawn and slowly extend my arm behind her head. Kaori suddenly turns to face me, catching me frozen awkwardly mid-posture. Uh-oh.
Are you tired?
No. This is part of the move. You're ruining it. No. I'm just stretching.
Oh, okay.
she returns to her attention to the TV. With her attention diverted, I complete my yawn by resting my arm around her shoulder. Oh! She tenses when she feels my touch and blinks at me. Her face is a blank mask. This is kinda cute. To my surprise, she closes her eyes and leans in closer. I try to focus on the show, but all I can think about is how her chest rises and falls with each breath she takes. Fuck the show right now, we're not gonna focus on that. I pull her in closer, and she eagerly responds by placing a hand on my chest. Her hair tickles my cheek, and I catch a whiff of her shampoo. She smells so good, like peaches and summer. Even when it's not summer, she still smells like it. I gently brush her hair away. At my touch, she glances up at me, and my fingers trace the outline of her cheek. Slowly, we lean towards each other, getting closer and closer, until our lips finally meet. Kaori's kiss is surprisingly gentle. What did we expect? Like a rough kiss? Well, maybe. She blushes as we finally pull away, but flashes me a small smile. We run through the entire season of Ninja Ranger before we realize how late it is. It was probably just running in the background when we were doing our thing. After saying goodbye, I head home. Oh.